$82,575. What if I showed you how I just made $82,575 doing 6 simple things? Wholesaling isn't like it used to be, ladies and gentlemen. And in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you how you can make crazy money in 2023. Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm the OG clever investor himself, Cody Sperber, and yes, I just closed a massive wholesale deal where I made $82,575. This is not normal, but it's becoming more normal because I'm using an unfair advantage in my wholesaling business that I'm going to share with you here today. In fact, the old school way of doing things is a lot of work, it's a pain in the you-know-what, and it produces much smaller profits typically. But I have this competitive unfair advantage that I'm going to share with you in this video. So first off, for all of you guys that are brand new to wholesaling, let me just go to the old school way real quick over here on my trusty whiteboard. These are the typical steps in a wholesale transaction. Now we have acquisitions. This is where you're purchasing a deal or locking up a property under contract. And this is where we're selling it to a cash buyer, to a rehabber, a landlord, somebody looking for off-market discounted deals. And as you can see, there's over 20 steps to being able to pull one of these deals off. So there's a lot of things that you got to learn how to do if you're new. There's a lot of friction or breakage points. This is why doing things the old school way, 92.5% of wholesalers quit within 6 months because they're trying to do everything. When I get to the next slides, I'm going to show you the new school way of doing it and how you can do wholesale deals in 6 simple steps. All right, but let's just walk through this. So on acquisitions, you got to be able to generate leads. You got to sort through opportunities because now you have all these leads being generated. And I'm talking about bandit signs, direct mail, old school methods of networking with agents and other wholesalers in town, trying to get people to bring you deals. Maybe you're doing things super old school like radio and billboards and direct mail and all that stuff, but you got to generate leads, you got to sort through those opportunities, you got to talk to those sellers, meaning you got to get comfortable getting on the phones, asking what and how questions, gathering information. You got to learn how to comp properties. A lot of people break down on comping properties. They can't tell you what is a deal or a dud. When I first started in this business, I practiced comping properties for months. I would get on other wholesalers' lists, and as they were sending out deals, I would just sit there all day long comping properties. The good news is I'm going to show you how to comp properties very easily here in a second, even if you don't have a real estate license. But you got to comp properties, make phone calls, and then eventually you got to either be on the phone or you got to be there in person at the property, and you got to make a freaking offer. I can't tell you how many people buy courses, not my courses, of course. My courses get you to deals. But I know a lot of people that buy courses and they never ever get to a point where they make a freaking offer. And I'm like, how many offers have you made? How many contracts have you filled out and sent off to people? They're 3, 4, 5, 6 months in the business, and they're like, I haven't made any offers. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, I couldn't find any good deals. I haven't made any offers. And I'm like, dude, if you're not making at least 10 to 20 offers every single week, you are falling behind big time. That means you're not talking to enough people. That means you're not generating enough leads. But eventually you got to make offers, then you got to overcome objections, negotiate, and eventually get to a point where you fill out a purchase and sale agreement. Until you put a property under contract and gain equitable interest, meaning you control that deal, you cannot wholesale that deal to anybody else. It is illegal for you to try to sell a deal to somebody else that you don't have under contract, okay? And then once you get it under contract, now you have it at a massive discount, hopefully below retail. Now you're going to go and open up escrow by depositing your earnest deposit and turning in the purchase and sale agreement. That's acquisitions. Now you control the piece of real estate. Now dispositions. While you're out at the property, hopefully you've taken pictures and videos so that way you can start marketing. You create your marketing materials. Now you're going to start blasting out to your current cash buyer database. Maybe you only have 5 cash buyers, or you're like me, you have 1 million cash buyers. Now you're blasting out emails and text messages and ringless voicemails to those buyers. You're going to send it to other wholesalers. You're going to post it all over social media. You're going to field all of these inbound phone calls. Hopefully the deal is a great deal and you're getting lots of phone calls and you're talking to potential cash buyers. And now the dance comes in, because now these cash buyers, they want to go out and see the property. If it's vacant, it's easy. If it's not vacant, you got to do this dance with the seller to get your potential cash buyers in the deal, which is why you want to take great pics and videos, so that way they can drive the property and do their online research and look at everything online and not waste your time if it's not something that they're really interested in, because it's hard to get people in to the property to show it. But if you have good rapport with the seller, you're able to do that. Then eventually they're going to start negotiating with you because they want to get a good deal on the property. They're going to ask you lots of questions, negotiate, you're going to overcome objections, and eventually they're going to say, hey, I'll take that deal. Maybe you have it under contract for $200,000 and you're marketing it at $220,000 and you're trying to make a quick $20,000 wholesale fee. You're going to do one of two things at this moment based on the size of your wholesale profit. If you're making a little bit of profit, you're going to sign your contract, this contract that you have over here. You're going to sign your contract over to that cash buyer. You're going to step out, they're going to step in, and you're going to make your assignment fee. That's if you're making, let's say, less than $10,000. But if you're making like $80-something thousand, you're probably going to do what's called a double close, because a double close doesn't allow the buyers and the sellers and everybody else in the transaction to see what you're making. So you're going to either double close it, filling out a new purchase and sale agreement, or you're going to assign it. Okay, general rule of thumb, if you're making over 10 grand, you're going to double close, under 10 grand assign. Then you're going to do your best to keep everybody happy and on board and push that deal to the closing table. Like I said, this is why a lot of people quit this business, is because there's just so many freaking steps, and this is what I had to do in order to make this money. So I'm not complaining, because this is a lot of money, but it's a lot of things that can break down. All right, let's go to the next slide. What if I showed you a better way? What if I told you that you can make massive profits by not doing 20 steps, by only doing 6 simple steps? Now I'm going to break each one of these down in detail, but what if you could just search for leads using a powerful software with AI technology built into it? Then you just contact the owner using our built-in marketing tools. Everything's in the software. Then you work out a deal. You just read a script, work out a deal with the seller, sound like a pro immediately, lock that deal up using our built-in purchase and sale agreement. Then once you have the deal under contract, submit the deal to our deal buying portal, and then literally I will flip the property to our cash buyer. I have over 1 million cash buyers on my database. One of those cash buyers will raise their hand. We'll flip the deal to them, and then we will split the profits 50-50, and then you can scale from there and do it in multiple markets all over the United States. Let me show you how this works. Go to the next slide. When you run a search inside the Deal Automator with built-in AI technology, and by the way, that link is in the description down below. If you're wanting a competitive advantage, register for that free web training. It's going to break all this down in detail. But you can search using scores. We've lead scored every homeowner in the United States. And if there's a homeowner with a high wholesale score, right, now you're able to identify those properties that have the highest probability and propensity for selling at a massive discount. We are analyzing over 136 billion data points using this powerful AI in order to identify which ones will sell at a discount. Now I'm being told no a lot less. I'm getting told yes a lot more, and I'm able to find these great deals that are all over the United States, believe it or not. Wholesaling is not hard when you are talking to very motivated sellers. It's only difficult when you're just kind of throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks. Go to the next slide. Then once you have identified those leads that you should be marketing to, we have a bunch of built-in marketing tools inside the software that makes it super easy for anybody to contact those sellers. Email, text, phone calls, PPC, mail, it doesn't really matter. We'll show you how to automate it and contact those owners. Go to the next slide. And then once you contact them, you're going to read from a script that we're going to give you, and you're going to sound like a pro immediately because it's a well-written script. Pros use scripts. You're going to overcome objections, gather information, build rapport with the seller. Even if you're brand new, it doesn't matter, we'll make it easy for you. And then using built-in contracts with a couple clicks of the mouse, you're going to be able to send out a contract right from the software and get the property under contract. Once you have it under contract, go to the next slide, you're literally going to submit the deal to our private deal portal, and then we are going to take that deal, market it, do all of the disposition steps that you saw in the beginning of this video. We'll do all of those steps, and we will sell the deal to one of our cash buyers. And when we do, we're going to split the profits with you 50-50. Go to the next slide. And then you're going to get paid. Go to the next slide. And then we're going to scale to all the different markets that AI is identifying houses in or properties in that have the highest probability of selling for a massive payday. Okay? This is how we're scooping up $80,000 deals. $40,000 deals, $50,000 deals. This is unheard of, but this is what it's like when you have a competitive advantage in your business. Now, I don't have time in this video to go into all the details, but when you click the link down below and you register for that free live training, I'll spend an hour, I'll break it all down. I'll show you how to make money in a down market. I'll show you how this powerful AI technology works and how you can get it in your hands for your business, and how we can partner together so you don't have to do 20 steps and struggle and do things the old school way. Instead, you'll be able to lock arms with me and my team. You'll use my software. You'll use all my built-in automation tools, and you'll be able to get results a lot faster. So if you watch my videos and you've been struggling in any way in 2023, or you just want to scale and go further faster, this is brand new web class. I'm just starting to put the links in the descriptions down below. Click it, register, go watch, and hopefully we'll be doing deals together and splitting profits, because if you would have been in on this deal with me, you would have made over $40,000. That's more than I was making as a full-time bookkeeper when I first started real estate. And it happens to be how much money my very first deal was when I was able to quit my job and go into real estate full-time. So it's life-changing money, but you got to take action. So that's all I have for you in this video. Hopefully you learned something. Old school versus new school. Which way is better? You already know the answer. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Comb your hair. Peace.